Alright guys, I'm back with The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 3, and this was called Thank You. Basically, this episode was really good. I thought this episode of The Walking Dead was really good. It wasn't like, because we know the last few weeks has been kind of like, alright, it's good, but this episode, this was really good. Because the stuff at the end with Rick, when you don't know, like his RV didn't start, Rick's RV, there wasn't much petrol in the RV or whatever it was. There wasn't much gas in the RV, and basically what happened was fucking the walkers come out, and basically Rick's freaking out now because obviously he could get killed by the walkers and basically not see his kids anymore, which is kind of a big thing. And I hope that Rick doesn't die in the this season of Walking Dead, because he's such a big character. Like him and Daryl are such big characters. Like how, you know, they're like, especially you know, Rick and Daryl, they're just the two guys who have, you know, made Walking Dead awesome. You know, I mean, it's a brand name now, The Walking Dead. Everybody's got Walking Dead t-shirts or Walking Dead bobbleheads or whatever you've got, because it's such a big TV show. And to lose the two faces, one of the two faces of The Walking Dead, would be kind of sad. And I hope that The Walking Dead, you know, I hope the writers don't, you know, write him off. But yeah, we open up with Rick tells the group that they gotta keep running because also the wolves are after them and there's walkers, and then he goes for the and then he says he's gonna go for the RV, and he tells the rest of the group to basically go back home, but they say but he tells them to go to the other side of Out's End for some stuff. And then Daryl and Abraham and Sasha are driving the walkers away from the camp, that, you know, like they did in the last few episodes. And basically Daryl says, you know, and then Daryl just basically drives off. Then oh yeah, then the rest of the group, like Rick told to go to this other bit of town, we're walking in the woods, and then one of them gets a twisted ankle. She gets killed anyway. The black guy was basically, he got, I think his leg was like he scraped his leg or something, and the other guy, I think it was the other fat guy. The other fat guy, basically he got bit, and also he didn't get infected, but and then basically we go later on where basically Michonne, the guy who scraped his leg, and the other guy with the dreadlocks, they're running to the gate, and the other guy basically who was bit before gets killed. Yeah, and he basically, yeah, he's got killed. And he was talking about his wife anyway. And then like I said, the rest of the group were in the store. Then Rick gets the RV. Oh yeah, Rick gets the RV. Then they're in the pet store still, and basically what happens is Michonne wakes up the walkers, and then, you know, they all hear the walkers all hear them in the pet store. So they gotta run and stuff, and then that basically wakes up all the walkers. Then Glenn and Nicholas find out that the walkers are all risen again. You know, they're all, you know, awake and stuff, and they cannot get out anywhere, so they stand on the trash can. They do kill a few walkers, but they stand on the trash can. Nicholas is like, I've had enough of these walkers, they're pissing me off. So he shoots himself in the head, kills himself, but he lands, and he's Glenn's holding him, and he does it when Glenn's like holding him, and then him and Glenn fall. Glenn gets killed by a walker. He actually gets bit, and he, you know, does get killed, and Nicholas gets killed as well. So basically Nicholas and Glenn, I'm shocked that Glenn, you know, got killed off on this episode, but he did. And like I said, he wasn't my favorite character, Glenn, over the last few seasons, but you know what, last season and a bit of this season, Glenn was becoming a bit more of a badass, and he was like, you know, he wasn't hiding behind Maggie or Herschel like he was in other seasons. He was, you know, becoming his own character, and I like that about Glenn. And then they killed him off. You know, I was becoming a Glenn fan, and then they killed him off with this, and you know, so it's kind of a bit of a sad thing. Then Oh yeah, then Rick tells Daryl and the group, to basically tells Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha that he wants to get back into the camp before it goes dark. So he sees some wolves basically ambush Rick. He takes them out. He sees a jar of baby food, and basically he thinks it's Aaron. Well, he kind of thinks it's Aaron because obviously Aaron, if you guys remember from last season, gave Rick the baby food from last year, and that's how it all started. You know, from them moving camps. And then basically he sees some wolves and he basically shoots them, and then he tries to move the RV, and then basically the RV's out of gas, and basically after that Rick's freaking out and like, well, no, and he's like, you know, he's freaking out, and that was the end of the episode. So yeah, I hope Rick doesn't get killed off on next week's episode, because it'd be a sad shame for him to get killed off, because I know that this is probably gonna, so I know they're planting seeds from Morgan and Rick Grimes. Hopefully they're gonna plant for Rick Grimes and Morgan. It looks like it maybe this season of season 6 of The Walking Dead. You know, at the end season, that they're probably gonna do Rick and Morgan. You know, like a battle between those two guys, which I think is gonna be awesome. And also, I heard there's gonna be season 7 this week. Season 7 next year of The Walking Dead, which is yay, Walking Dead stage, which is awesome. So yeah, that is, guys. That's my review of The Walking Dead season 6, episode 3. What do you guys think of this episode? And we'll leave your thoughts in the comments. That's actually, guys. Right out.